In the vast expanse of creation, where divine intelligence weaves through cosmic threads, lies a mystery that has captivated humanity for millennia. The Kaaba stands as more than mere stone and mortar. It embodies a celestial blueprint that mirrors the very architecture of existence itself. Long before the first pilgrims set foot upon sacred ground, the desert winds carried whispers of a divine design. Abraham and Ishmael, guided by celestial visions, labored beneath scorching suns to establish this earthly reflection of heavenly perfection, their hands shaping destiny with each carefully placed stone. As father and son united their sacred mission, divine forces aligned to ensure their work would echo through eternity. Each measurement, each angle, each stone placement followed precise celestial calculations that would later reveal themselves as fundamental truths governing universal harmony and spiritual alignment. The very stones themselves whisper secrets of sacred mathematics, their surfaces adorned with geometric patterns that mirror the molecular structure of creation. Golden verses of divine scripture intertwine with mathematical precision, embedding within each carved symbol the fundamental equations that govern both spiritual ascent and cosmic order. When the final stone was placed, heaven itself rejoiced as earth received its perfect reflection. The cubic form stood not merely as architecture, but as a three-dimensional representation of divine unity, its 6 faces corresponding to the 6 directions of space, anchoring the spiritual dimension to earthly reality through mathematical precision. From that moment forward, humanity was invited to participate in a cosmic dance that would elevate their souls beyond earthly constraints. The circumambulation began not as mere ritual, but as a physical manifestation of orbital mechanics, each step a prayer that aligned the pilgrim's heart with celestial rhythms. Every footfall upon the sacred ground creates ripples that extend beyond physical perception, generating waves of spiritual energy that resonate throughout creation. The synchronized movement of countless pilgrims forms a living mandala, their collective devotion creating geometric patterns that mirror the dance of planets around their central sun. The counterclockwise direction follows the fundamental rotation of celestial bodies, embedding within the ritual the same motion that governs planetary orbits and galactic spirals. This sacred orientation aligns the pilgrim's physical body with cosmic forces, creating a resonance that transcends individual consciousness and connects them to universal consciousness. Within each circumambulation, the pilgrim experiences moments of transcendent unity where individual identity dissolves into divine awareness. Their tears become offerings to the cosmic ocean, their prayers transforming into light that joins the eternal dance between earth and heaven, matter and spirit, human consciousness and divine intelligence. The collective movement of pilgrims creates a living representation of cosmic order, each circle a prayer while spinning divine energy into the world. The concentric layers mirror the structure of reality itself, from the atomic nucleus to galactic cores, demonstrating how sacred geometry governs both microscopic and macroscopic existence through identical mathematical principles. The black stone serves as a conduit between dimensions, its crystalline structure channeling energies from higher realms into earthly consciousness. Each touch activates neural pathways within the pilgrim's being, awakening dormant spiritual centers and aligning their energetic field with the fundamental frequencies that govern universal harmony and divine connection. As hands reach toward heaven in supplication, they become antennas receiving divine transmissions that transform ordinary consciousness into extraordinary awareness. The raised palms create sacred geometry in space, forming triangles and angles that correspond to mathematical relationships governing spiritual ascent and the alignment of human will with divine purpose. Every whispered prayer becomes visible light, transforming spoken words into luminous bridges between human consciousness and divine intelligence. The Arabic verses create vibrational frequencies that resonate with the original language of creation, each syllable carrying mathematical precision that activates corresponding spiritual centers within both the pilgrim and the cosmic structure they circumambulate. The pilgrim's heart becomes a sacred chamber where divine love ignites cellular transformation, each heartbeat broadcasting frequencies that harmonize with the Kaaba's resonant field. This synchronization creates a feedback loop of spiritual energy, where earthly devotion amplifies heavenly grace, and divine mercy intensifies human longing for ultimate union. Even moments of pause within the sacred dance follow divine mathematics, as pilgrims align their bodies with geometric precision that mirrors cosmic relationships. The Station of Abraham becomes a focal point where earthly devotion intersects with heavenly design, creating triangular energy fields that channel divine blessings through mathematically perfect conduits. From above, the sacred area reveals itself as a living geometric theorem, where human movement traces mathematical relationships that govern both spiritual evolution and cosmic order. The concentric circles mirror atomic structure and galactic formation, demonstrating how the same principles that organize matter also orchestrate the dance between human consciousness and divine reality. Even the smallest particles of sand participate in the cosmic choreography, their movement following mathematical principles that govern both quantum physics and spiritual transformation. Each swirling pattern becomes a temporary mandala, a momentary manifestation of divine artistry that dissolves into pure light, leaving only the memory of perfect geometric harmony. In the pilgrim's eyes, creation reflects upon itself in infinite recursion, where earthly structure mirrors heavenly design and human consciousness becomes a lens for divine revelation. Their awakened gaze perceives the mathematical relationships that connect every atom to every galaxy, every prayer to every star, revealing the underlying unity that transcends apparent diversity. Clasped hands become sacred vessels containing divine energy, their union creating geometric forms that correspond to mathematical relationships governing spiritual transformation. The space between palms becomes a womb of creation where human intention meets divine response, generating frequencies that align the pilgrim's energetic field with cosmic harmony and universal consciousness. Every breath becomes an offering to the divine, transforming ordinary respiration into sacred ceremony that connects earthly life with heavenly essence. The pilgrim's breath carries prayers and intentions into invisible realms, while divine mercy flows back through the same channels, creating an exchange of energy that elevates both physical and spiritual consciousness. The multiple pathways of circumambulation create geometric relationships that mirror the mathematical principles governing planetary orbits and atomic structure. Each pilgrim becomes a living equation, their movement tracing sacred geometry that connects individual consciousness to universal intelligence through mathematically precise relationships. Each footfall upon sacred ground imprints divine mathematics into earthly consciousness, transforming ordinary walking into sacred geometry that resonates throughout creation. The temporary footprints become mandalas of light, brief manifestations of perfect form that dissolve into pure energy, leaving only the memory of divine precision. The flowing robes become living canvases where divine artistry paints geometric patterns that correspond to mathematical relationships governing spiritual ascent. Each fold and movement creates sacred forms that mirror cosmic dance, transforming the pilgrim's physical presence into visible representations of divine harmony and universal order. Even the pilgrim's shadow participates in divine geometry, creating temporary temples of light that mirror the mathematical relationships governing both physical and spiritual reality. The shadow becomes a sacred mandala, a momentary manifestation of perfect form that dissolves into pure consciousness, leaving only the essence of divine mathematics. The cornerstones of the Kaaba embody mathematical relationships that govern both architectural perfection and spiritual transformation, their precise placement creating energy fields that resonate with divine frequencies. Each stone becomes a node in a cosmic network, channeling heavenly grace through geometric relationships that transcend ordinary perception and connect earth to heaven. The Kaaba's position aligns with celestial mechanics that govern both planetary motion and spiritual evolution, creating a terrestrial mirror of cosmic order that connects earthly devotion with heavenly design. The structure becomes an anchor point where divine mathematics manifests in physical reality, bridging the gap between human consciousness and universal intelligence through geometric precision. The pilgrim's face becomes a sacred canvas where divine illumination paints expressions of transcendent understanding, transforming ordinary human features into visible representations of cosmic harmony. Their awakened consciousness perceives mathematical relationships that govern both spiritual ascent and universal order, revealing the underlying unity that connects all existence. The sand itself becomes a medium for divine artistry, with each particle participating in the cosmic choreography that transforms ordinary matter into sacred geometry. The temporary mandalas mirror the mathematical relationships governing both atomic structure and galactic formation, demonstrating how the same principles organize both microscopic and macroscopic reality. Outstretched hands become bridges between earthly devotion and heavenly grace, their reach creating geometric relationships that correspond to mathematical principles governing spiritual ascent. The space between pilgrim and structure fills with divine energy, transforming physical distance into sacred geometry that connects human consciousness with divine intelligence. In the silence of closed eyes, the pilgrim's consciousness expands beyond physical perception to embrace cosmic awareness, where mathematical relationships governing spiritual evolution become visible as geometric patterns of light. Their meditative state becomes a sacred chamber where divine mathematics transforms ordinary consciousness into extraordinary awareness. The relationship between circumambulation paths and the Kaaba's dimensions creates mathematical relationships that govern both architectural perfection and spiritual transformation, where human movement traces equations that connect individual consciousness to universal intelligence through geometric precision and divine mathematics. Every whispered verse becomes visible mathematics, transforming sacred language into luminous geometry that resonates with divine frequencies governing both spiritual ascent and cosmic order. The Arabic words create vibrational patterns that align the pilgrim's consciousness with heavenly design, establishing mathematical relationships between human devotion and divine response. The pilgrim's heart synchronizes with the Kaaba's resonant frequency, creating mathematical relationships that govern both physical and spiritual harmony through geometric precision. This synchronization generates energy fields that transcend individual consciousness, connecting earthly devotion with heavenly design through mathematically perfect relationships. As shadows merge into unified geometric patterns, individual pilgrims become participants in a collective mandala that mirrors the mathematical relationships governing universal consciousness. Their unified presence creates temporary temples of light where earthly devotion intersects with heavenly design, establishing mathematical relationships that transcend personal boundaries. The rising sand particles embody mathematical equations that govern both quantum physics and spiritual transformation, their movement creating temporary formulas that dissolve into pure consciousness. Each formation becomes a visible representation of divine mathematics, demonstrating how the same principles organize both microscopic matter and cosmic consciousness. Every synchronized step creates mathematical relationships that govern both physical harmony and spiritual ascent, where coordinated movement traces geometric patterns that connect individual consciousness to universal intelligence. The pilgrims become living equations, their dance embodying mathematical principles that transcend ordinary perception. The pilgrim's devotional gesture creates dual manifestations of divine geometry, where physical hands and shadow forms unite to create sacred mandalas that mirror mathematical relationships governing spiritual transformation. Their prayer becomes visible mathematics, establishing connections between earthly devotion and heavenly design through geometric precision. The pilgrim's movement mirrors galactic spirals that govern cosmic mechanics, creating mathematical relationships that connect earthly devotion with heavenly design through geometric precision. Their dance becomes a visible representation of universal harmony, where individual consciousness participates in cosmic mathematics that transcend ordinary perception. The pilgrim's awakened expression reveals mathematical relationships that govern both spiritual ascent and cosmic order, where divine understanding illuminates ordinary human features with geometric precision. Their face becomes a sacred canvas where heavenly mathematics paints expressions of transcendent awareness, connecting earthly consciousness with divine intelligence. The sand particles embody numerical relationships that govern both physical reality and spiritual transformation, their arrangement creating temporary equations that dissolve into pure consciousness. Each formation becomes a visible representation of divine mathematics, demonstrating how sacred numbers organize both earthly matter and heavenly essence. Every breath becomes visible mathematics, transforming ordinary respiration into sacred geometry that resonates with divine frequencies governing both physical harmony and spiritual ascent. The pilgrim's breathing rhythm creates geometric patterns that align their consciousness with heavenly design, establishing mathematical relationships between earthly life and divine essence. All elements of the sacred dance unite in mathematical harmony, where pilgrims, structure, and cosmic forces become participants in geometric relationships that govern universal consciousness. The scene embodies divine mathematics, demonstrating how sacred geometry connects individual devotion with cosmic order through mathematical precision. The Kaaba stones embody mathematical relationships that govern both architectural perfection and spiritual transformation, their precise arrangement creating energy fields that resonate with divine frequencies. Each stone becomes a node in cosmic mathematics, channeling heavenly grace through geometric relationships that transcend ordinary perception. The complete scene reveals itself as a living equation where all elements participate in mathematical relationships that govern both spiritual evolution and cosmic order. The Kaaba stands at the center of divine mathematics, connecting earthly devotion with heavenly design through geometric precision that transcends ordinary perception and unites human consciousness with universal intelligence.